I don't know about you, but I have an ongoing problem with contentment in life. To have peace and satisfaction, to be content. Again, though that is getting much better as I continue to master a key truth that God has taught me, which is true contentment is found when you understand and fulfill the purpose of that season of life. It's kind of wordy, so let me say it again. True contentment is found when you understand and fulfill the purpose of that season of life. Let me illustrate. When I was an early teen, I wasn't content with those years because I couldn't wait to drive. When I got to drive, I wasn't content because I couldn't wait to graduate high school. When I graduated high school, I couldn't wait to get into college, et cetera, right? Each step along the way, I was losing contentment for the season of life that God had me in because I was looking to the next season. What I forgot is that God had a purpose in mind for each of those seasons, a purpose in the life of my childhood, which is to learn to be an adult, right? To learn the necessary wisdom and obedience and character and knowledge and self-control that an adult needs to be successful and to follow and serve him, right? And so I lost contentment when I kept running from the purpose of that season of life and was chasing after the next thing. I also saw the struggle for contentment in my years of singleness due to a desire to be married. And I see a lot of this in my brothers and sisters in the Lord who are single and desire to be married. They lose contentment. But I want to tell you that God has a purpose for your season of singleness, which is to prepare you to be married. Men, God has a desire for you to get a job, to be financially responsible, to master your impulses, again, self-control. Women, so you have purposes in your singleness also. Single person, you will be more content when you throw yourself into your purpose instead of running from it out of a longing for the next thing in life. Can't shortcut it. You'll find contentment when you fulfill the purpose God has for you. And again, this is true as a dad and as a husband and as an employee and a leader of a home. Fulfill your purpose. Don't run from it. That's where contentment will be found. Now, the irony about this principle is, and this pattern in my heart, is that it works in longing for the next thing. It also comes into play when I look backwards, right? I wasn't content as an adult, I found out, because suddenly I wanted to become a child again, to do childish things. I see this young people who spend their lives clinging to their hobbies, their interests, and their play, thinking that those things will satisfy much more than stepping up and taking responsibility for their lives and getting to work. But you're never gonna be content until you understand and fulfill the purpose of life that God has for you. 1 Corinthians 13:11 says it this way: when I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I gave up my childish ways. Do you know the purpose of life that God has for you? Do you know the season that you're in? Do you know what you're supposed to do in that season? If you can master that, if you understand the purpose of the season of life that you're in and do it, like follow through with that, you're going to be content. You're going to be much more content fulfilling the purpose of that season of life than if you were to run from it and avoid it and long for the next or long for the past one. What you're really looking for in life, those of us who struggle with contentment, what you're really looking for in life is to fulfill the purpose that God has for you. Because again, true contentment is found and only found when you understand and fulfill the purpose of that season of life. This video has been a ministry of Hopewell United Brethren Church in Auburn, Indiana. If you're in the area looking for a church home, we'd love to get to know you. Our website link is in the description.